Hello, everyone. My name is David Friedlander, and I am giving this GoFundMe page thing a go around. I've never made a page like this. I've never done any videos, so bear with me. Um, I'm making this page for a very good friend of mine, and his name is Mike Dawkins. Um, Before leaving the Army due to medical and family reasons, Mike was in the United States Army for 12 years, including one tour in Iraq. Um, Due to being in combat, Mike suffers from numerous medical conditions, including PTSD. Mike has found himself stuck between a rock and a hard place recently because he can't really find employment because he's on medical disability, and even when he's on disability, he's only limited to a certain amount of work he can do. Also, that disability has stopped Mike from re-enlisting into the Army. Mike has a work-study job. It's through his GI Bill. And I've never had someone tell me that they were upset or unhappy about graduating college. Usually it's a very exciting time. People are happy. And that means you can move on with your life and your career. But Mike did. And the reason why he did was because once he graduates with a bachelor's degree, which is actually happening very soon, his GI Bill as well as that work-study job ends. So that's his only source of income. And he's going to be out of a job. Mike is also going through a divorce. It's very tough on him because he's a very devoted person. I know Mike very, very well. He's a brother to me, and he's done everything in his power to keep that marriage going. He's done everything you could think of, and it's just another thing taking a toll on him. One of the main reasons Mike was actually in the military was so he could support his family and take care of them. To add to all of his stress, Mike has found out that his daughter is a type 1 diabetic. Found out one day when she was sick, and they decided to take her to the hospital, and she nearly fell into a coma. And the reason was because she was a type 1 diabetic. So, him and his family had to readjust the lifestyle and get used to her being a diabetic and being able to take care of her properly. Of course, that's not all. Mike found out recently again that his daughter has 8 cavities that need to be filled, and the dentist actually wants to do the fillings under anesthesia because it would be easier and I guess safer for her. The problem with that is that she needs a special monitor that monitors the diabetes while she's asleep. That monitor costs $5,000, which, no shocking surprise, it's not covered under insurance. Mike actually told me that he was going to sell his motorcycle so that way he could pay for this monitor. That motorcycle is his only means of transportation, as well as the downside about selling his motorcycle is that he is part of a motorcycle club which is retired and they're ex-military, and it's a very good resource for him. You're able to go and speak to like-minded people. If he's ever had any issues, he can go and speak to someone who understands where he's coming from. So he's very upset about that. In closing, Mike is my brother. He's part of my family. He is an incredibly strong and reliable person. He's an honest man, and he's very devoted to his family and his friends. He's a devoted father. He's a devoted brother, a son, husband, friend, and of course he was a devoted United States Army soldier. He devoted 12 years of his life fighting for this country and for strangers, and personally I just want to be able to give back. I have a soft spot for United States military, for the men and women who devote their life and put their life on the line for total strangers, and I want to do my part. I hope we can all come together and help raise money for Mike, so that he can properly take care of his family and his daughter, and just and be able to do the right thing. So thank you, and see what we can do.